Trading can lead to a lot of stress and emotions if you're not careful. And if you have any experience with trading, you understand this. This video, I want to show you the two things that we use today to make over $4,500 in our trades. Let's get into it. I'm Aaron, and over the past 2 years, I've been trading the Nasdaq specifically, and I want to show you the two things we saw today. So the first thing that I really want to kind of give you is the structure on the day. The structure on the day was beautiful if you kind of saw it early. So to do this, we have to really zoom out on the day. Now, obviously at this point, I'm seeing this large candle here to the green, to the upside. Of course, you're seeing it, Aaron, right? But let's kind of talk through it. So if I kind of go down to the 1 hour here, what I want to show you is, and this is something you'll see on all of the time frames, this all scales, okay? So you're getting this kind of curvature to the downside. And what we're really seeing here, if you kind of look at it, obviously you're going to get these candles like this, right? But what we're seeing is lower highs. So we're getting lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. And if you see this, this is a good opportunity to kind of think through, okay, what are we doing? What type of structure am I seeing? That's the question we really want to ask ourselves. And this morning, as I was kind of looking at this, the first thing I was thinking was we could be trying to form a cup. So the cup would actually kind of come down. You can see it here. And then what we start to do down here is we start to bottom out.
He has a round bottom and a front bottom, a round front bottom.
If you start to see us kind of chop in an area, many people will call this a chop box, what have you, and we start to move up, making higher highs, that is a key of a move to the upside. Now, we are on the hourly chart now, but if you really move down to maybe like the 15-minute, for example, it's really going to kind of give you more information. Now, I will say as you get kind of lower down, you're going to see kind of more manipulation going on. And I'm going to give you a good example of that this morning. So this morning, we can come here around 9:15. We really started to get a move to the upside. Now, I was thinking we could potentially make this move up from here, right? And we could just kind of push up. But the opening candles don't typically just go in one direction. Typically, they'll go one direction. They'll pull back significantly oftentimes and then push back up. So in my mind, what was I thinking here? I was thinking we could potentially move up on this kind of structure to the upside. But I knew in the back of my mind, I had this demand area down here, and you can see it. I've had it drawn all day, but there's this area down here that we've really kind of created as a level of support. Support is critical to understand, and resistance is critical to understand. Before this morning, we really had some resistance up in this area up here. But again, I was thinking structure. I'm thinking support. So those are the two things that I really want to think through here as I look at this chart. So once I saw that support, we can see that we kind of dipped down into this area. We then pushed up. Now, what were the things that I was seeing once we got that support, right? So the things we're seeing higher lows, right? We're getting higher lows, and we start to then break above the VWAP. The VWAP is this whited dotted line you see here. Once we get above the VWAP, that is a good sign, especially when we start to break above it like this, of strength, right? When we are kind of just flopping back and forth, you'll notice that the VWAP becomes kind of this is a bonus tip. This is kind of a magnet, if you will, right? You can see that price action is kind of just staying around the VWAP. We really haven't made any type of move. Now, this morning we did get volume up kind of higher, but I knew that we could potentially move back just because I've seen these charts often. So this is a great setup to understand if you are playing the Nasdaq. You're always wanting to look for structure, support, and then also make sure you understand where the VWAP is. Because if we break above that VWAP, that's a really good opportunity and a good sign for a move in that direction, right? So hope this was helpful. Thank you for checking it out. And make sure you subscribe and hit the like button if you would, as we are growing. Talk to you later.
We were sparks on quiet streets, two hearts finding where to meet, but life pulled us apart.